Welcome, everybody, to episode 50, the big 5-0 for Geeks of the Roundtable. My name is Ren, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Zach Pope. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. Saturdays, I start my new job on Monday.
Yeah?
I don't know why I'm doing this live. We probably should start doing these Saturdays because I'll have the weekends off now. If that works for you.
It might. I don't know. I have to check this week because I might have already asked someone to join us, but we'll check it in time.
That's
Maybe
fine. We'll figure it out. But Saturdays and Sundays, I got off now. So now.
All right. So maybe we'll do. So maybe we'll do like this next episode. We'll do on Thursday, like we used to. But then after that, we'll change it to Saturday, and we'll just do it on Saturdays.
Sweet.
Which honestly is also very cool for me.
Yeah, and it's your birthday this upcoming week, right? Or is it next week?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. I don't know how this works.
So
yeah, this next week.
A week from tomorrow, actually, it's gonna be my 28th birthday. So maybe we should do the next one on Sunday, Zach. I'm thinking.
No, honestly, yeah. Should we?
Maybe if you're good with Sunday, I'm good with Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday morning. Yeah, that works.
All right. So I guess we're having a show on my birthday, everyone. So if you want to help me reach 3,000 subscribers before my birthday, now you know what to do. But Zach, last week you recommended for the movie club Nocturnal Animals. I'm going to let the chat right now start dropping your thoughts on Nocturnal Animals in the chat. So we can talk about it. But Zach, let's start with you. You recommend the movie. Talk to us a little bit how you feel about Nocturnal Animals, why you love it, and why did it come up to your mind to recommend it last week?
I'm a big fan of Aaron Taylor Johnson, and anytime I can recommend one of his like really underrated performances, I will. And Nocturnal Animals, he should have been nominated for an Oscar. He won the Golden Globe for it. Absolutely deserved it. When you have a cast like Sheen, Gyllenhaal, Adams, and then Taylor, it's a dark, menacing, and film that has always stuck in my head. I've only seen the film twice, and it's not one that I was like, hey, I want to go rewatch this. I want to rewatch this every day because it's not an easy film, but it's one that I remember the year it came out. I feel like no one talked about it. Like I really feel like it came out and that was it, and it got good reviews. It's not like anyone had like stopped. It's kind of the Wind River effect, where everyone loved Wind River for the most part, but no one talked about it. And I know a lot of that's because of Weinstein's name, but still, like no one talked about it. Not the general movie-going audience, not film critics, but now years later, we all talk about these films, and I saw some things on Twitter, and I'm like, Nocturnal Animals, people need to remember. I saw someone comparing it to The Little Things a couple days ago, and I said, you're fucking stupid, because they have nothing. Like, yeah, they have a weird guy's performance, but, I love Nocturnal Animals, and I think everyone should definitely check it out.
Yeah, I'm with you. You actually watched it more times than me. I only watched it the one time in the theater. I wish I would have seen it again. But what I remember, and I reviewed it at the time, so it's a film I really enjoy. I remember I went into it knowing who Tom Ford was and going like, oh, a guy who does perfume, he's directing a movie.
Have you seen A Single Man?
Yes, I have. Okay. I like Nocturnal Animals more.
I do too.
But I actually only watched A Single Man after Nocturnal Animals. I remember I went in.
That's how I was.
What the hell? Why is this guy making perfume? And now and GCOEP right now in the chat. I'm going to bring his comment up in a bit, but he's talking about Michael Shannon. Michael Shannon in that film is absolutely terrifying. I know Aaron Taylor Johnson.
He was nominated. He was nominated for that.
He was rightfully so. I think it's a film, and it's kind of weird that I say this since I have only seen it once, but it's a film that I feel I already love the first time, but I feel I'm going to get so much more out of it in the second watch because it's very subtly cerebral. That film, it puts the psychological in psychological thriller, and that's one of the things I really love about it.
I agree, man, and it's just haunting. It's a haunting movie.
Yeah. So. All right, let's go to GCOBP. Nocturnal Animals was a film I thought was good, but a little overpraised. Okay, when it came out. But it started to grow on me over time, and the performances are fantastic, especially Michael Shannon. There you go, man. It's one of those films. He just validated what I just guessed would be the case because
Hmm.
I feel like as you go and watch this film again, it's going to get better. And GCOBP just had that exact experience. So thank you for sharing, GCOBP. Yeah, it's a film I need to get back on. Zach, you and I, and we don't agree on which movie we're going to recommend. So you and I have been recommending like pretty dark movies.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, Tony Movie Chap. You just joined the chat. You and I have been recommending some pretty dark movies. So today I'm going to have something a little more lighthearted in mind. I already have something dark for my next turn, but today I'm going to give something a little dark that I'll announce later on in the show as we're closing out and we're done with the topics and answering your questions. But now, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our main topics. One thing off the top that I want to address, not to spend a lot of time on it, but Zach, yesterday we got the official release of the official exact runtime for the Snyder Cut coming out on March 18th. It's going to be 4 hours, 1 minute, and 28 seconds. How are you feeling about this, and what's your overall verdict for it?
I am happy. I'm happy he got his 4-hour version. For the people saying this movie is going to be the exact same thing as the first one, basic plot things will be, but the overall storytelling, nah.
Yeah, for better or worse, I think it's impossible to be the same movie.
Yeah, and I think people need to understand is that they only used 30 minutes of his footage. So yeah, we're gonna see stuff that was Snyder's. The thing I'm more excited about because I did over the last kind of week and a half, I rewatched Man of Steel again.
Yeah.
Did Batman vs Superman Ultimate Edition. I love that film. And then I decided, you know what? I should rewatch the original Justice League to see, just to have it fresh in my mind. I don't like that movie anymore. Like I used to like it as a guilty pleasure, but I just flat out don't like it. Especially after I did that marathon. I just and my favorite thing is when it pops up on the screen, a Zack Snyder film. In no way in hell does that film feel a Zack Snyder film. Like, I truly watching it, like, the thing with Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman is the way that Zack Snyder shoots action.
Mm-hmm.
Action is a huge thing. And the way he shoots it is honestly just fantastic. Every film he's ever done, he has his own style of action. And Justice League has none of that. It has none of that. Like the fast zoom ins when Superman's punching Zod, the fast zoom ins when Batman shoots the thing and hits Doomsday, and Doomsday starts coughing and everything, and then Wonder Woman flies forward and starts slashing. Like, that's the stuff I like.
Yeah. And
I can't wait to see it in the Snyder Cut. 4 hours, man. Honestly, the most excited thing I am for this whole entire Justice League is the Nightmareverse. That's hands down the thing I'm looking forward to the most. Most of the reason because I love Ben Affleck. I have his Nightmareverse pop right here, and
nice.
I am just take my money all day, slap me in the ass, and call me fucking Superman.
So I'm guessing you're knighting it.
Oh, fuck yeah. 4 hours. I've seen people complain about the 4 hours. Let me say this. You don't have to watch it all at once. You could literally take your time. Like, for me,
you and I do.
Yes.
You and I do, because we got to talk about it.
But, like, for people, like, and I really can't emphasize this enough. If you're not a Zack Snyder fan, you're probably not going to like this movie. Sure. This is flat. Zack Snyder made this movie for not just him, but he also made it for his fans who love Man of Steel and love Batman versus Superman.
It's me.
I do have. Remind me when we get to the Superman conversation. I have something that I was thinking about. Okay, it has things to do with the Snyderverse.
All right. I was just going to say not to talk about it yet because that's our main topic. But given the events of yesterday that we're going to talk about today, I'm kind of even more excited for Superman in this film specifically because the fact that I'll get, I'm sure he's not going to be in the 4 hours of the movie, but 2 hours of Superman in the black suit being Superman and kicking ass and all that. Just
how early do you think he comes back in this version?
I'm honestly thinking like halfway through, maybe even 90 minutes in, because I have the sneaky suspicion that we're going to see evil Superman for a while, and
Mm.
then, like, let's say he comes in at the halfway mark, so at 2 hours, and we have 2 hours left. I'm thinking we get an hour of evil Superman and then an hour of normal
Because we
Superman.
know he's revived a different way this time.
Yes, he
But I
is.
have no idea how he is.
Yeah, me neither. But I think we keep the evil Superman that also was in the Justice League
Because
from
I think
2017.
the thing that I understand is that Snyder shot like 6 hours of this film. So it's
Mhm.
not like I think people are thinking that he threw everything that he has in. No, he has 6 hours of footage. So
Yeah.
this is just 4 hours that he feels is necessary to tell the story, which for me, yeah, do you need, not every storyteller needs that much, but I think Zack Snyder, the longer his films, typically the better they are with story.
That's true. That's true. You got a point.
So
All right. I am knighting it as well. I'm super excited. This is a film I'm going to have to watch without my housemates because they are not excited for it. They're not excited for the 4 hour cut.
I'm so
But
excited.
I have to review it. I have to talk about Zack Snyder. And a little hint for later today, the film I'm going to recommend is a Zack Snyder film.
Okay.
So stay tuned.
It's Sucker Punch.
No, that's the one I would not ever recommend, Zach. But don't ask me because I don't want to say right now. So don't.
I actually don't hate that movie, but
I know you don't.
But you can put it in the background. It's a great
Yeah.
background. But I'm not saying it's like when you watch it, it's like a music video. But that's a different discussion for another time.
All right, let's go to our official first topic, which includes Zack Snyder. Because Zach, on Thursday, our usual day for this, and actually, you know what, Zach, it was funny because we didn't do the show on Thursday this week, and there was no big breaking news on Thursday at the time after the show. Exactly. But let's talk about our first main topic. 2 trailers came out on Thursday. One for Army of the Dead, another one for Pixar's Luca. The teaser trailer for both were teaser trailers. Zach, let's start with your thoughts on these trailers and start off with the one you like the least.
Okay. Easily it's Army of the Dead. But that doesn't mean I don't like the trailer because I really liked it. Sure. It's a teaser. Well, so was Luca. Luca was a teaser too. But this is what Netflix does do. They don't need to show anything. Like Zack Snyder zombie film. All right, done. So I'll go see it. And even just from that little tease, my favorite scene is something that's so small. It's when Dave Bautista's running across the slot machines. Yes. And the way that, again, Zack Snyder shoots action, you can see like the zoom in, zoom out, pull. I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I want. I'm really anticipating both of these films. If you told me I could only watch one today, it's gonna be fucking Luca. But Army of the Dead looks bad ass, hands down. And I like the trailer. It was fun. It was a tease. I like the visuals. But that was it. It was a minute of that. Even less than that. So it was like literally like 40 seconds. But it doesn't need to be any longer. Honestly, I don't even want to see anything else for the film. I don't think I'll watch the next trailer.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think the film's gonna be 2 hours long. It'll probably be an hour and 30, hour 40.
I go for hour 40. Yeah.
But I just, I don't want to see the trailer and like some good moments get given away. I just want to be kind of pleasantly surprised by that one. The other one I'm also not going to watch anymore is Luca. I saw everything I needed to see in that trailer to win me completely over. Now I know the cast. I know the animation looks stunning. I already know I'm going to cry. The music, the score already. Jesus Christ, take my money. I've never been to Italy. My whole family's Italian. So this is kind of like something that's like kind of hitting me home. And then the sea creature thing looks cute. Yeah. It kind of looks like a mix of I saw someone put it's like Pixar.
Call Me by Your Name.
Watch Call Me by Your Name and Shape of Water. Yeah. Do you think they're actually going to infuse the Call Me by Your Names? I don't think so.
Yes, but I feel the sea creature is going to be a metaphor. So they're going to have it, but in a metaphorical sense. They're not going to be like, what's the right word?
Dude, I'm being serious. I don't think so. But you know what? Let me say this. If I'm wrong, amazing. I love that. I've been hoping Disney that Pixar would do something like this, but we'll see. But I love the trailer. What about you, man? You start with your least favorite too.
Yeah, I'm going to start with Army of the Dead too, because it was a teaser I didn't even thought of reacting to, and then I reacted to, and it flopped in terms of views, whatever. But it was a teaser trailer that I was like, okay, I'm enjoying this. It's getting started, and suddenly, as it's getting started, it's over. So I was somewhat disappointed by the Army of the Dead trailer, even though I know it was a teaser, but I needed something more. That something more was everything the teaser for Luca gave me. Love the animation, love the look,
Me too.
love the music, love how Zach, there's a shot I went insane with, and it's the most throwaway shot you could possibly have in the trailer. It's actually the one where it comes up with the Toy Story logo, and you have this wide shot of them running down the hill, but as the lighting of the sun is hitting the bushes, the trees, the leaves, everything, and it looks fucking gorgeous. My jaw dropped with that.
It does.
And we were just talking about how if we think they're going to infuse that, if this is what we think it is in terms of being a metaphor for them being, or one of them maybe being gay. Because if you look at Frozen 2, Elsa's Show Yourself song, even though that's not part of the story, it could very well work as her coming out song. So I think they can do something of the sort in the metaphorical sense.
You want to know something about that? That's funny.
Yeah.
So I made a bet with one of my friends because she's like, you remember that rumor that was going around that Elsa was going to be gay in Frozen 2?
And she is.
Oh, wait, I didn't take that as all.
Yeah, because at the end, she's clearly hooking up with the Hatta Holland girl.
Well, I fucked my friend over.
They're very subtle about it. They're not like, hey,
but I mean, it needs to be okay. Well, I probably owe my friend $70 then. I told her there's no way they'll do that.
Okay, Elsa's not gay, everybody. Elsa's not gay. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, don't tell anyone because
or Zach will lose money.
I really don't want to pay them back.
All right. I am overall, look, I was disappointed. Sorry. I was disappointed by the Army of the Dead trailer, but it's still a solid teaser. So overall, I'm going to knight both these trailers strongly when it comes to the Luca trailer specifically. How about you, Zach?
Same. I'm all ready for both of them. So give me it.
All right. This next topic came out earlier in the week, and as you might expect, it was, of course, received very well by the entire internet. That is the Sasha Calle. I believe that's how we pronounce her name because it's written the same way street is written in Spanish. So Sasha Calle was announced as Supergirl in the Flash movie. There was this awesome, wholesome video of Andy Muschietti letting her know on camera that she got the part. He shows her the suit that is very similar to Henry Cavill's Superman suit, like the material that it's made with and all. And I don't know this girl. I don't watch The Young and the Restless. It doesn't air anywhere here. It's a soap opera. I don't watch it. So I don't know how good she is as an actress. However, that video was incredible. It was really sweet. I cannot wait to see her in this. The supposed controversy that she is supposedly Supergirl in the movie to fulfill Cyborg's supposed role. I don't know. I don't
believe it.
Just because the two characters are completely different, they would never service the same purpose in a story.
No.
But I'm really happy for this girl. It's actually like, it's not even the casting, but that whole video of Andy Muschietti giving her the role on camera is actually the thing that has left me the most excited for the Flash movie. So this was just a really joyous occasion. How are you feeling about this, Zach?
I love Andy Muschietti. Every interview, every single thing of it, he's always felt so personable, so humble to be doing what he's doing. And in Hollywood, you want to see that. You want to hear that. And, It Chapter 1 and 2, I love both. I think it makes together, it makes a great thing. I like It Chapter 1, obviously, more. But when he came out of The Flash, I'm like, that's a great director. Let's get him on Flash. And then they announced the Michael Keaton, the Ben Affleck stuff. I was like, that takes my interest. Obviously, we still don't like the Flash thing, which again, remind me when we get to the Superman thing. I have a whole thing I thought about last night, but
Whoa.
the Supergirl thing, man. So my grandma actually does watch the show, and I asked her about Sasha. She said Sasha is the best part about the show right now.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
She said she's incredible. So when I mentioned to her that she's gonna play Supergirl, she goes, "I totally see it." She goes, "I totally see it."
Nice.
Which then I started looking up clips and stuff with her. Yeah, I can see it. And they auditioned over 400 people for the role.
Yeah.
And I'm just excited to see what she can do. But the wholesome way that she, like, how excited she got,
Yeah,
and broke down, like, you could see how much this role meant to her. And I think this is going to be that next step for her career. Like, I think 10 years from now, we're going to see her popping up and everything,
Oh, yeah. For sure.
But as Supergirl in the Flash movie, I love it. I love that she's a Latina. And I'll put this, like, I saw some people, like, complaining about that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
She's
matter.
an alien. Supergirl
Yeah.
is an alien.
Plus, when it comes to a movie context, we've never really seen Supergirl movie.
Yeah.
We've seen a show. We've seen a show.
We've seen a movie, but best forget about the movie.
Yeah. But even the show, like, not everyone watches it in the world. So, like, I can't tell you her origin story whatsoever.
Yeah.
This is going to be cool. Where when we get to the Superman stuff, I have a lot of thoughts on that. Like, there's things I love. There's things I don't love. We're almost going to get there. But I'm so excited for this.
Holy shit.
I do have some issues with this Flash film, but I need to, wait and see how it turns out.
For sure. I just want to address that Austin, who's going to be our guest next week, he just donated $5.
Sweet.
Thank you so much, Austin.
Hello,
hey,
thank
Jen.
you.
Congrats on 50 episodes. Been an awesome time watching. Keep up the awesome work, my friends. Thank you so much. That is incredible. Thank you so much. For this, Austin, and can't wait for you to join us next week. But yeah, I'm with you. I already love this girl. Like, not talking about her talent as an actress, but what I've seen from her as a person. I'm already in love with her.
She's
super
Supergirl.
excited.
That's exactly what Supergirl is.
Yeah, excited
so
to see.
My question is for you. I saw some people like, oh, she's gonna use like a look of like Man of Steel suit. People need to understand they do use those suits for costume fitting. So
that's true. But
I hope they do. I really do.
I would expect it. To be honest,
because
he could have just had a Halloween costume that costs $20 on a store there and show her, hey, Supergirl, or a comic of Supergirl, or anything at all that's simple to find. He had a specific.
He could have just held up a tape.
Yeah, exactly. He could have just like a red sheet, like the one I have here behind me. Like, he doesn't need a suit, but he had like a full-on movie suit.
You know what's funny? I thought that was a fucking wall this entire time.
No, I didn't paint the wall because this is a house.
But now I can see like the wrinkle. So now this is gonna bug me for the rest of my fucking life. I'm not even joking.
Or until I move.
Dude, you should get a green screen one, and then every time you do a video, just Photoshop the background of you in space.
Oh. Or me at the beach, and I'm doing a review at the beach. Yeah, my housemate has a green screen, so maybe. But yeah, I'm not in this. I'm not in this 100%. How about you, Zach?
I am too, man. I'm so excited to see what she does, and I will defend it. I defend it. I'm excited to see, and I'm morbidly curious about this Flash movie more than ever. Again, I want to hear what the actual story is. And I wish when these films were being casted and stuff, they're just like, here's the synopsis. Like, I don't know why we hold back the synopsis for so long on some of these movies. Some of them I can get, like Spider-Man, but like The Flash, are we really like going to be that surprised? Like, I kind of can get the points of it. So whatever. Next topic, my friend. Can I introduce this one? Because I think I'm more excited about this than all.
You can.
So,
sure.
Obviously this week, earlier than the week, Peter Parker himself, Zendaya herself, and Ned himself all tweeted out different Spider-Man titles: Phone Home, Home Wrecker, and Home Slice, with the still from the film. Now, the stills are something else they analyze because it looks like they're in the Sanctum Sanctorum. Is that how you say it? Sanctum Sanctorum?
Sanctum Sanctorum.
Okay, yeah. But then we're like, that's not the title. So when's the title coming? It wasn't on Jimmy Fallon, but it was the next morning after everyone waited for like 3 hours. It popped up. A cute little video of them talking and them walking past the title and saying Spider-Man No Way Home on a board. And then it glitches out like the Spider-Verse and it says Spider-Man No Way Home only in theaters this Christmas. I love this title. I know, Ren, you don't love this title, but I think it makes sense for the entire thing. I think the only one on the board that I actually liked more was Homeworlds. I think Homeworlds is great, but I think No Way Home is kind of a metaphor for two different things. There's probably no way home for him because of everything that happened far from home.
Yeah.
And maybe he gets trapped.
For sure.
So, or this is from the other characters coming in. They're trapped in his world, you know. Yeah. But I think that little Spider-Verse glitch effect, it's now. It's happening.
Yeah. All right. Let me talk because I think you have the impression I really don't like this title, and that's not true. This is a title that I looked at and I was like, okay, that's the title. Don't love it. Do I care that I don't love it? No. It's not going to make the movie better. It's not going to make the movie worse. It's just a title. And the reason it doesn't affect me that much that I don't like the title is because when I looked at that board, the video was really fun that they announced the title and they had all the possible titles. Even Homeworlds, which I think would have been the best possible title, is not necessarily a title I love. It's something that sounds cool, sounds catchy, and immediately gives you that idea of what the film will be like, what it will deal with. But I never loved any of the titles that I came up with that any other person came up with. So I never fell in love with either title. Like, I don't love the title Far From Home, even though I love the movie.
Okay.
The only title I've loved thus far is really Homecoming because it sounds sweet, catchy. It's one word.
Honestly, that's my least favorite one.
Really?
I like the metaphor to it because it's his homecoming to the MCU. But that's my least favorite one. When they announced that, I said, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
In fact, honestly, I've always found the home stuff to be dumb. But
yeah, it's not a thing they needed. It's
like,
just
I'm gonna be honest. The next Spider-Man trilogy that we get with Holland, I hope it's called The Ultimate Spider-Man or something of that nature.
Ooh,
or Spectacular Spider-Man, or
I would love it for it to have like actual stories from the comics, like as subtitles, like Spider-Man Craven's First Hunt instead of Last Hunt, or something like that. You know, just a little bit of a change, but like a subtitle. All right. So I think, no, I don't love this title, but I don't think it affects the movie either way. I said it before. I'm worried about the film. The title doesn't change that for better or worse again, but it's a film I can't help but be excited about at the same time. At the same time that I'm worried, I'm also excited because it's an MCU movie. It's a Spider-Man movie. Mm-hmm. But at this point, we have been surprised every single week with WandaVision. So who knows if this film will surprise me as well. So
I gotta say, since this WandaVision is so heavily connected to Spider-Man 3 and Doctor Strange 2, I really think Kevin Feige must have his grip on this film. Heavily. Like, I mean, I think a lot of people were worried that Sony, it was their idea. But I got to be honest, I think Kevin went to them and said, I think this is what we're going to do.
I think Kevin is very involved in this, creatively speaking. The only thing I think Sony has on him is that they got to give him the green light. So whatever ideas they are doing in this film, I believe it's coming from him. It's just that Sony had to approve them for them to go ahead with it.
But
that's the only thing.
I got to say, since so much stuff is... that tweet I sent you, since so much stuff is leaked out about Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing. There should be a synopsis for this fucking film at this point. I get you're trying to make it a secret and stuff like that and hold stuff back. At this point, you probably should just announce what the film's about. I genuinely mean that. I genuinely mean that they should probably just announce what the film is about.
Same.
You don't have to confirm Toby or Andrew are in there, even though we all know they're in there. You know what I mean? I really feel that. And then also I saw some people really freaking out about Tom Holland's contract. The kid's going to get fucking renewed.
Yeah.
He's going to get another trilogy. Honestly, flat out, the people that don't remember, actually, if you really think about this real fast, Ren, Remember in that contract, he had to appear in one more MCU film.
Yeah.
He's already filmed it.
You think so?
He said his contract's over after this film.
Yeah, after No Way Home.
So I'm telling you right now, I think he's in Doctor Strange 2.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt that. I
think he's actually a major player in there. And
yeah.
I think that goes to the credence that I think Toby and Andrew are actually also in that film. Yeah. I think I'm more on the count that I wasn't on that event earlier, but I'm more on the count that I think they are. I think Doctor Strange Multiverse is kind of going to be like that next, like, you know, Civil War was an Avengers 2.5. I think that's Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah.
But I also think, like, I don't think this film will be directly a Spider-Verse film. I really look back and I don't think so, but I do think we get a Sinister Six battle at the very end. And I was thinking, I don't think it's just going to be the 3 Spider-Man. I think we're getting other Spider-Man.
Oh.
I think we're getting Miles Morales. I think we're getting Gwen. And I'm not going to say one more, but I think Prowler. I think Prowler's going to be in it. Donald Glover's.
I don't want any of that. 3 Spider-Man is already enough. Baby steps, man. Take your time with that. You don't need to rush into anything. But again, I'm still going to knight this cool sounding title. I guess it has the home thing, so it did what it had to do in keeping that theme, I guess, going for it. So overall, like, I'm not excited about the title. I'm not excited about the title. So I'm going to knight it just because I'm feeling like it. How about you, Zach?
Knighting it all the way. You know, this is my 3rd most anticipated Marvel film for the Phase 4. Yeah. Even though it's Spider-Man. Eternals is now all the way up there. It's my number 1.
100%.
Also, Chloe Zhao does not get the best director. I actually just had my friend watch Nomadland.
Nice.
We were at lunch and I was telling him about the Eternals. He goes, "What other film has she directed?" And I told him, and he goes, "Where can I watch it?" He goes, "I love those type of movies." And I told him Hulu. So he went and watched it and he texted me. He goes, "That movie is fucking great." And I said, nice. "Yeah, it is. It's so good. It's so, awesome. So good." So awesome. If you haven't watched Nomadland, guys, please go watch it. I really wish this was the front runner for Best Picture at this point. There's a couple, like, I love the Trials of the Chicago 7. I think that actually will be the film that ends up winning. Wow. I think it's between that and Minari. I think Minari is having this slow uphill return. Yeah. I think it's kind of the Moonlight of this year. Like, it's so small. Yeah. It's not winning a lot. And I don't remember Moonlight really winning that much, but at the Oscars, it still won.
Yeah.
So
between all 3 of those, I wouldn't mind either way. But I will say Trial of the Chicago 7 was my 3rd favorite film of last year.
Yeah, which is a great movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah, for sure. It is.
I loved it. I loved it. But yeah, Spider-Man 3, I'm going to also knight it, Ren. Right. I think at this point, you guys got to tell us what the film's about.
Yeah.
Like, just to the point where I don't need to know everything, but just I need to know. I think the fan base needs to know, like for you, if you heard the synopsis and pretty much Marvel's pretty good at giving a synopsis and laying out what the film's about. I feel like that might make us a little bit less anxious about the film, about what we're to expect. Because at this point, it just feels like they're throwing everything into one movie.
Yeah. So, and that's why I'm worried.
I will say, though, the next trilogy of Spider-Man films, please, I can't emphasize enough, please be his college years and have him and MJ just have their thing. Like, let this be more of a Spider-Man centric next trilogy. That I can't emphasize that enough. I don't care if he shows up in the Avengers films, but definitely please.
Yeah. All right, let's go to our penultimate topic, and this is great news. I was really happy when this came out because the original creators of Avatar are working on a feature film that is animated following the events of the series. And I am super happy about this because I've always wanted to know what happened next. Even with Korra, I always wanted to know what happened.
Korra, I always felt like there was more.
Yes, but like between those 2 times, I always wanted to know what happened next. And there are graphic novels about certain events. One of them about Zuko's mother that have come out, were very widely well received, and it's just exciting. They've also talked about doing more shows set in the Avatar world, and they're the original creators. I'm so pumped about this. Please let us know the story of Zuko's mother, because I've never read the graphic novels.
Neither have I.
So I might just do that right now. At least
I didn't even know that was
one.
a thing until you said
Yeah,
it.
it's like there's like 3 or 4, I believe, not
Okay.
more than that. And one of them, the one about Zuko's mother, is called The Promise. That's what I know, but I've never actually read the story, but I know it has like a conclusion. We get like the answers. Zuko is the best character. I just wanted to say that, throw that out there. Zach, I am excited about this. How excited are you?
This is the best news coming out of Paramount Plus. Besides, I will give a shout out to Paramount. Please, thank you so much for letting movies have letting theaters have the movies first.
Yeah.
And then putting it on their streaming service. Like I don't love it, but I still appreciate that. Like I really do. And I think I really fully believe Tom Cruise was involved with that too. So thank you so much. Interesting that there was no Top Gun 2 down then though. Just saying. But Avatar: The Last Airbender animated movie. I am so excited for this. And I think this is, I saw a tweet and it said, when M. Night Shyamalan made that terrible version, what happened? They made Korra.
Yeah.
What happens when Netflix fires you? We get our own animated studio. And I think Avatar is the next big thing. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think that live action version happens.
You don't?
I know they say it's going to film this year. I know. No, part of me doesn't. And if it does, Ren, it better be the best season we've ever seen. I can't emphasize it, because if it sucks, that fan base will turn.
I'm telling you right now, I think it gets 1 season.
That's what I'm thinking too. I don't think it'll be great.
No.
And you know what I'm going to tell you right after? These guys will get the live action again later down the road. I don't mean now, but I think
very later.
But I think this is to come. I think Nickelodeon finally sees that people love Avatar. Avatar was one of the most binge shows last year. Now Korra is as well.
Yeah.
I really
Korra
hope
gets a lot of flack.
Yeah, and they shouldn't, because that's not the creator's fault. That's Nickelodeon's fault. I can't emphasize this enough, though. I hope they continue Korra. I hope they continue Korra's story, because they didn't finish. I don't feel like they finished it completely, and I feel like there was still a lot there. I hope we see the in between more. I want to see Aang growing up. I want to see a lot. There's a lot that you can explore, and I can't wait. And I also want to see new stuff too. Not even just about the Avatar, but like, say, just do a story with the Fire Nation. What made them go so terrible? You know, like you can literally expand this world to such a high thing. So you know what? I'm knighting this to the fullest high. Out of everything in here, this is probably my favorite topic that debuted this week.
Yeah. I'm nodding it as well. Couldn't be more excited for this. Give me more Avatar animation. Zach, I am going to let you introduce the next topic, because you're very eager to talk about it. Because I forgot something on my end, so I'm going to drop out of the screen for a while. But why don't you introduce us to the next topic?
Yeah, no problem. All right, so the next topic is the new Superman movie has been announced with J.J. Abrams to produce, not direct. Maybe. I don't know. We've seen this happen before, and then he ends up directing it. I don't think he will. But the big thing is that the writer is a brand new writer. I need to find his name, though, because this is...
Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Oh, there we go. Ta-Nehisi Coates, who has never written anything I've ever seen. New writer to the scene.
He's more of a writer. He wrote a lot of great books, and he recently wrote an amazing run of Black Panther in the comics.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
That really intrigues me. So, with this new Superman movie announced, and it is officially going to be a rebooted film, which means a recast. No Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
That pisses me off. And I saw a tweet saying it's like Warner Brothers is trying to erase the Snyderverse, you know? I have a question for you, though.
Okay.
Why is Henry Cavill... I get Ben Affleck. He doesn't want to do it anymore. I really get that. But Cavill still has love for the character, and they've treated it like shit. They've treated him like shit with this character. Hey, you want a cameo? Hey, you want this? We want Superman. And the fact that Superman is not in Shazam 2 still bothers me because of that ending. Like, you would expect him to be, what, a mentor to him in that next one? Or some shit? Yeah. Anyways, so you're going to tell me you're going to erase him, Batman, but it's okay. We're going to keep Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and the Woman Beater. No, seriously. Am I wrong?
It's true. It's no.
How is
You're
that?
right.
Like, yeah, Aquaman, Wonder Woman. Yeah, they got their Wonder Woman has 2 solo films. I'm not saying to erase them. I don't want them to. I love, well, one of them. How hard would you laugh, Ren, if he came out of the fucking portal at the end and it's a different actor? And the Flash.
I wouldn't laugh. I would go like. That's what I'd go.
Like, imagine if it was Grant Gustin.
Oh, dude, that would be so fucking awesome. And like, don't even joke about it.
I think he's gonna show up in the movie too. Just a small little thingy.
Yeah, because we know he has one more cameo, but that's it. He has one more role that we know it's going to be a cameo somewhere. He's not going to lead a movie. They don't want him. Cavill has always been a big supporter of Superman. He's always said, "I want to play this character. Let me play this character." But they just don't want him. They've announced in the meanwhile, because the news came out that J.J. Abrams is going to co-write and produce with Ta-Nehisi Coates, and they're going to introduce a new Black Superman, which no problem with that. We can be pissed for Henry Cavill and still support this film, which is exactly what I'm going to do.
Yes. Now, I have a question for you, though. Why? So there is an actual Black Superman in the comics. Val
Zod, I think.
So my question is, do you think they do that, or do they do Clark Kent?
I was actually thinking they was going to do John Henry Irons.
I don't know
who is Steel.
Oh.
And he comes in the comics. He comes in like after the death of Superman. And he dons his steel suit, but he draws a Superman logo in it, and he wears a cape. They could rearrange his origin, but Val Zod seems like a better fit, I think.
So that's my thing. So obviously, whatever this happens, I'm going to tell you this. I actually think this film is going to be taking place in Earth 2. And I think Earth 2 is where Batman is, where Pattinson's Batman is. Not going to be like directly connected, but I think little teases. I also think Sasha Calle is also in that universe.
Okay. That could be it.
So I could be wrong though. I maybe they do the Supergirl pod and Man of Steel type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I digress. I don't want to see another Clark Kent. If you're going to reboot the character, do a different iteration of him. But I also will say this. If you are going to do Clark Kent, do not give me the origin story. Do not give me the origin story. I don't want to see it. I want to see Superman in his prime. Already Superman.
Yeah.
Because we already know this. I think at this point, it's like beating a dead horse. Batman. I've seen Batman's origin story 30 times. I've seen Spider-Man's. I've seen Superman's. Don't give me it. I don't want to see his origin story again.
Even if
unless it's Val. I don't know anything about him.
Even if it is Val Zod, it's not that different.
Okay.
It's not that different. Even if, let's say they do a Supergirl with Sasha Calle after the Flash movie, the origins are never that different, guys. Mm-hmm. Like if you do a derivative character, it's gonna have a derivative origin. It's very similar.
I'm gonna be honest though. I think it's gonna be Clark Kent. I don't think they're gonna do Val. I think they're gonna do Clark Kent, and I know there will be a lot of people who are up in arms about that. Mm-hmm. And I have no problem with them doing an African American Clark Kent. I just think there's this prime cool character in the comics. Just use him. Let's see that version. But I was thinking about this too yesterday. I'm like, you could do a superhero family. You could do Cavill. You could do like say Michael B. Jordan. I know there's been rumors that he's always wanted to play Superman. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan. And then you could have Sasha Calle. Could you imagine doing those 3 Supermen together?
Yeah. And
Cavill being the mentor to both of them? Can you imagine how great that would be?
I can. And that's
what I would want.
That's what hurts because I know they're not going to use him. Like I've officially lost hope, unfortunately. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope like a week from now
that we're supposed to get with him. I don't think he does it. I think he's out. I think he's officially out.
I think he does it, and it's Black Adam, and it's a really super minimal thing. And,
you think Black Adam?
Yeah.
I don't know. And again, never say never. I mean, fucking Jamie Foxx is coming back as Electro.
True. True.
So, but
it's where I am right now, though. Like right now,
no, I'm with you.
I'm done. I'm done hoping, unfortunately. But I hope to be wrong. I hope to
Yeah,
be wrong.
it just pisses me off because like I get, and you know what else I was thinking? If Man of Steel were to come out yesterday, different reaction, I think.
1,000,000%.
I think when people saw that
1,000,000,000%.
film back in what
13.
2013, back in 2013 when people, that's insane that film's almost 10 years. That is insane. But
Whew.
almost 10 years ago when Man of Steel came out, I think people were expecting Christopher Reeve's Superman.
Thank God it wasn't.
No, and thank God it wasn't, because every time I've ever seen Superman, I've always loved the character, but he's always this Boy Scout, and I don't appeal to that. Where Captain America was kind of the same thing for me, and then I saw Winter Soldier, I'm like, woo.
Yeah.
He ain't like that. Man of Steel, dude, I know people got mad when he snapped Zod's neck. He had no choice. He had no choice.
He had been Superman for a day. He wasn't trained. Zod was bred to be a military leader. He was a general. Ever since he was born, he was being trained to be a general. Superman had been Superman for a day. He didn't know what to do. He had a choice between choosing his new planet, or his people. And he chose his new planet because his people were being dictators and not giving him a choice. And the fact that he yells out in pain, realizing what he just did, it's not like he enjoyed it. It's not like he liked what he did. It was just, Zach, you know what that choice that Superman did to snap Zod's neck reminds me of? The decision made by Joel Miller at the end of the first Last of Us. Was it the right thing?
Nope.
Don't know. It's something that warrants discussion. That game also came out in 2013, and we can discuss it still today because it's morally ambiguous. Was it the right thing? Was it not?
Yep. This is what I love about Snyder too, with his Batman versus Superman, Man of Steel. And I know people talk shit about Batman versus Superman. If you have not seen the Ultimate Edition, I cannot infuse enough. I was not a fan of that film. Then I saw the Ultimate Edition, and it was literally night and day for me. It felt coherent. Everything felt coherent. I don't even love Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, but his character at least felt coherent to what he was doing in the story. But we're getting off topic. Let's pull back a bit. So JJ producing, I like it. I like JJ. He's really good at rebooting and bringing back a character. You know what I mean? He did it with Star Wars.
That's true.
He did it with Star Trek. He's good. And I think some people were worried, oh, the Rise of Skywalker. JJ is a good director, and he's a great producer. There's no doubt about that.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt about that. This writer, I didn't know about the Black Panther thing. That gets me excited. I didn't know anything about that nature. You just got me more excited because I didn't know who the hell this guy was. I'm all in on this guy writing a Superman film.
Yeah.
African-American Superman. Cool. I'm for it. I just wish they would have came out and said, is it Clark Kent or not? I want to be prepared for that. You know, I want to know. But they did say reboot. I'm going with it's Clark Kent. I think they're doing an African-American Clark Kent. Why wouldn't you leave that door open for Cavill to come in? Again, I think it's going to take place on Earth 2. They're not going to directly say that, but I think it's Earth 2. I think it is Pattinson's universe. I think Calle will also come from there. Or she will come from Michael Keaton's.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think those are the two I kind of have like my vision on. And yeah.
All right.
I'm going to knight part of it, but I'm
that's what I was going to say. I feel we have to do two verdicts because let's
because there's two big topics in here. There's two big topics.
So let's start with what do you do with the Ta-Nehisi Coates and J.J. Abrams writing a reboot of Superman?
An African-American Superman.
An African-American Superman.
I'm knighting that. I love it. I'm interested. I want more Superman. I hope what they can do is kind of keep not the Snyderverse type of visual, but that character of Superman, like that version, like the more humanity being one, not this almighty God that I felt like the other iterations of Superman will be.
Yeah.
So I'm knighting that. Cavill though, I'm pissed about. I think and I really can't emphasize enough, Kevin Feige, Captain Britain. I've never loved that character. But
I do.
You do? Okay, so, and that's cool. I want to love this character. Maybe I've just read the wrong things on him, but I can't emphasize enough, man. Get him in the MCU. Dude, can you imagine if he was... Yeah, see, look at that.
Don't waste him, man.
Could you see any other... What other super... I could see him playing Kraven. But I feel like that's a 1-2 role. I would rather him in this where it's more...
I love him as an actor. Let me just say
Same.
there.
I think he's underrated.
But I think he fits more the mold of a hero rather than a villain. Love him as Captain Britain. I think he'd give us a wonderful Sentry, as a lot of people are saying. I think he'd give us a wonderful Nova, even though he's not.
That was the next one I was going to say.
He's not my number one. He's not my number two. But look, if Henry Cavill was cast as Nova, I'd be right there.
You'd shit yourself, right? You'd shit yourself.
Yeah. I mean, he's not the youngest actor at this point, okay, but he's not old yet.
But neither,
far
but
from
also a lot of the actors in the MCU.
Yeah, for sure. He'd make a great Wolverine, guys. That's all I'm saying. Again, not my number one choice, but he'd make a great Wolverine. Anybody else? I'm blanking on. I'm sure he'd give us a great whoever.
Mm-hmm.
But those are just some off the top of my head that I could see Henry Cavill doing a great job with those. So like you, awesome that Ta-Nehisi Coates is working with J.J. Abrams on a Superman movie. Noting that Henry Cavill being wasted and being finally officially thrown away as Superman, that sucks. That really sucks because there's Robert Downey Jr. for Iron Man, Ryan Reynolds for Deadpool, Hugh Jackman for Wolverine, Chris Evans for Steve Rogers. There's Henry Cavill for Superman, as far as I'm concerned. He's my Superman forever and always.
Do you think they get Michael B. Jordan, since Michael actually came to them with the idea?
Why not? Why not, man? Give us Michael B. Jordan. He can't be in the MCU anymore. Like, I know Killmonger can come back, like, as a Vision or whatever, because he's not going to be in the realm when you take the flower as the Black Panther.
They could bring him back to life somehow.
Yeah, but I don't feel they're gonna. I don't feel they're gonna, and nah. But
also,
won't.
He could be in both. I mean, look at Michael Keaton.
Yes.
He's still in both.
He totally could. That's true. But yeah, those are my thoughts. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Before we move on to your live questions, I'm going to announce the film for this week's movie club. So until Thursday, because this upcoming week we'll do it Thursday again for one last time. You're going to watch, or I recommend you to watch, The Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole.
Great pick.
A very underrated movie. It has its dark moments, but it's clearly more lighthearted than what we have been recommending. It's an animation film. Honestly, Zach, it's one of those properties that I'm like, how has nobody picked this up yet to do a reboot of it? We have reboots of so much stuff.
Yep.
Nobody has picked up this book series and given it a reboot. I think it will work wonders at Netflix or even at Amazon. Like, give us a show. Don't do a movie. Do a show, because there are several books, several stories. Yeah, so Legend of the Guardians, Owls of Ga'Hoole, directed by Zack Snyder. It's a really, really great movie. Joel Edgerton does a voice in there. And tons of other known people. I'm just blanking on the cast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to your live questions. Let's start with Nathan Holton. I think that films such as on Netflix, like originals, Netflix and Disney Plus, etc., the original film should go on DVD after a month due to people who are not able to afford the streaming service. Yeah, but they won't, because number one, unfortunately, and I hate this, but it's a fact that physical media is dying. Also, they already are getting money on their service.
They're dying business. Like the streaming service, they're not making money at this point. Netflix still isn't making money for what they're doing.
Yeah, I Disney Plus is, because they've shattered their goals.
I have a different thing when it comes to this. Yes, I would love for them to do physical media for a lot of their stuff, but
I would love it too.
Let me say this. Technically, you could do a week free trial and watch the show you want to watch.
That's true.
Just and then emails. Cancel it and then not have to pay. Now, if you had to pay, because I know HBO Max got rid of theirs, say for instance, God, I don't know, they make a fucking Wonder Woman show on there and you want to watch it so bad. You could literally pay $12.99. That's cheaper than buying a DVD. Watch
Yeah.
it and cancel.
Also, the biggest thing that is against this is that a streaming service, it's supposed to be your breeding ground for
Yes.
original content. It's supposed to be the exclusive breeding ground for original content. If they did that, which again, personally, I would love, but as a company, it would make absolutely no sense.
That's why if you notice, a lot of these don't come out till like 3 years later.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Like I think The Boys is finally getting its season 1 on DVD.
Season 1 is out on Blu-ray for a while now. Yeah,
for you it is. Not
it's not for you. Oh, no. Okay. I still want Netflix to give me a Daredevil season 3 on Blu-ray. I have the first 2 seasons. Where's the third one?
Dude, I'm pissed. I sold the first season because I never thought they'd do season 3, and now it's worth like $70. Yeah,
I might put my eyes on that.
We won't ever get the season 3.
No, we must. Zach, my OCD will flip the fuck out.
That's why I had to get rid of both of them, because I was like, we're never gonna get it.
All right,
but yeah, good question.
Yeah, good question. It's a good idea. But
like, I have one friend who like refuses to do streaming services other than Netflix, and I'm like, you could literally wait. Like you buy a bunch of Blu-rays. You could literally wait and then just buy it for that month.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. Like if you want to watch something super bad, wait then.
Yeah. Dominican Scott, so excited that I asked my mom to let me and my brother, I guess, skip class on the 18th to watch the Snyder Cut. That's awesome, man. That's
flat out
the way to do it.
Flat out, man. I would have done the same thing. If I was still in school, I would have done the same fucking thing. The only time my mom ever let me ditch school was to play Call of Duty, and that was the worst time. She told me I got one time throughout my entire high school or element, whatever, and I chose it to fucking play Call of Duty one day. That's it. Because it was new, and I wanted to be the highest level before my friends came home. Was it worth it? No. But was it awesome to be a higher level than them? Absolutely.
All right. Jacob P was asking if I was going to recommend Dawn of the Dead. Nope. Legend of Guardians.
I forget about Legends. Forget it.
Yeah, everyone does, unfortunately. Tony Movie Chappie thinks Sucker Punch is great. I just don't enjoy it. Bruna, my assistant, says I will watch it with you. She's talking about Snyder Cut. So you will owe me if the movie is great, like Man of Steel is. You will owe me. Jack Alexander, love the Luca trailer. It's best Pixar trailer we had in a year.
I don't know. That Soul trailer was.
I don't know about the second one because I only watched the first Soul trailer. But I'll say this: the first Luca trailer is better than the first Soul trailer. And you guys know, Soul was my favorite movie of last year. That one should win best movie at the Oscars,
dude. So I'm in like a critics group, and we had to put our nominations in. And I already know my number one pick's not going to get picked. It was Soul. Yeah. I put it in there, and I'm like, it sucks when you do them because I'm like, I'm picking films that like I have no idea if these other people are gonna pick. I have no idea if they're going to. I don't even know if they watched it. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. It's my list. Like it's my list. Sure. If I don't like, I put Promising Young Woman pretty high up in there. I put Zendaya for Malcolm and Marie. She ain't gonna She ain't gonna get fucking nominated.
You know what? If that movie had come out in 2020, Malcolm and Marie would be my favorite movie of 2020.
Probably it would have been my top 5.
All right. Jacob P says Luca looks great. I didn't even recognize Jacob Tremblay and Jack recognized voices.
I recognized Tremblay when watching the trailer.
I watched the trailer and I didn't recognize them. Immediately after watching, as I was editing, I got a message from Zach. He shared a tweet with me saying that they were going to be the voices of Luca and Alberto. And when I went back to rewatch the trailer, I was like, oh yeah, that's totally Jacob Tremblay. But without knowing, I would never recognize. I didn't recognize it either. So you're not alone there.
Hey, also, how bad was Tom and Jerry?
Oh, I'm still going to do my review, so I'm not going to say it right here.
Okay, I was just one because I didn't see your review, so I didn't know if you were doing one or not.
The best thing I can say about Tom and Jerry, guys, I'm not giving it an F. and that's as high a compliment as I'll go for Tom and Jerry. Dude,
Really
it's
I
100
wanted to watch
minutes.
it. See, I
It's
can't wait for that.
100 minutes.
So my
And
goal yesterday was to leave work, come home, and watch it,
Mhm.
review it, all that stuff. I talked to 2 people that said it was trash, and then I watched Chris Stuckman's review. And usually I don't do this, but I'm just
He has a review up. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen any
dude,
reviews.
it's fucking funny. It is fucking funny.
Honestly, the only like opinions I got about it was like our group on Twitter that we have with our friends, and I told them yesterday, hey, I'm gonna start this now, and
for me, it just seems like a movie I'd be frustrated and pissed off at because I love Tom and Jerry.
I was, me too, man. And again, I don't want to say too much because I'm still gonna do a review, but it's a type of movie, and I'll get into it more in my review, but it's a type of movie that I thought we were done with, because we have been done with it for a while. It
reminds me of the Smurf movies. Yep. Okay. That's what I thought. Yeah, and that's the reason I didn't want to watch it, because I hate those movies. Look, I hate the Yogi Bear movie.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something in the private chat that I don't want to give away in my review.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah. Let me make sound so there's no awkward silence.
Do you want me to moan?
No, that's it.
I 100%. I 100% believe that.
Everything on that, mwah, I'm like, thank you, movie. But then it changes, and dude,
so from what I've understood, they're in the movie for like less than 20-30 minutes.
I don't think, but like they're not the focus for more than 20-30 minutes total. Because like
terrible.
They're in the movie for a whole lot more than that, but they're like next to the supposed main characters.
That's terrible.
And they should be the main fucking characters. All right, let's get back to the questions. Jacoby P, are we gonna have a peach scene? I wouldn't count on it. Maybe we're gonna have
dude. I don't think
scene.
I could ever watch I don't think I could ever watch that film again.
I know what you mean. And like yesterday I was about to tweet like sequels that we should have gotten with Henry Cavill, and I was going to tweet Man of Steel and Men from U.N.C.L.E., but then I realized, yeah, we shouldn't get a sequel to Men from U.N.C.L.E. now after certain events.
It sucks because I wanted one to.
Me too. I love that movie.
To Man from U.N.C.L.E., but this one too. Call Me by Your Name. Hey, I got a great idea. Luca, hear me out. Recast Henry Cavill. Dude, hear me out though. I think he could do it. I think he could do it. Not that big of a long thing.
No. All right, you guys, I recommend the Tex YouTube channel. He makes really interesting, good videos like Marvel and DC overrated movies and Rad's comments. Thank you so much for the recommendation, Demenician. Thoughts on Neil Blum? Oh yeah, this came out. Thoughts on Neil Blomkamp finally doing a sequel to District 9. Personally, I'm extremely excited for this. This is a sequel I've been waiting for. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited, dude. But you like this film way more than me, Zach.
Oh, District 9?
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite films of all time.
Yep. So you're excited about this?
Yeah, I still don't believe it happens.
Okay.
No, honestly though, like, and maybe I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I think Neil Blomkamp killed the movie, and he has a new movie coming out later this year that I'm excited about. So, or I think it's supposed to at least come out this year. So, I'm just waiting. They said they're writing the script. I can imagine, I'm sure some studio would give them money to do it.
Yeah.
I imagine the film killed. It was nominated for Best Picture.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope it's good.
Yeah. I'm excited too. I really like District 9. Elysium is fucking amazing. I love Elysium. And I'm one of the few people like you, I'm assuming from your name, that likes Chappie. I like Chappie. It's not the best, it's not the greatest, but Elysium I fucking love. Joe Fletcher, do you think Supergirl will tie back into the open pod in Man of Steel? Okay, if you had asked me this like on Thursday, I would have said yes, absolutely. After the certain announcements of yesterday that we just talked about on my topic, I'm not so sure. Not impossible. I will give it 30%. that it ties back. How about you, Zach? Give us over under.
10.
10. Okay, going way lower than me. Unfortunately, I feel like you're right, but I'm still going to keep. Gico EP, how dare you? Elysium is fucking awesome, man. Don't do that to me, man. Um, do you guys remember a space pod being open in Man of Steel? Because yes, we are just talking about this. Bruno says we must protect Sasha Calle at all costs. I'm someone who likes the Helen Slater Supergirl and enjoy the show. So I enjoy the show. Not always. Some seasons really make it tough for me to enjoy the show. The movie, unfortunately, I'm not with you. I respect your opinion, of course, as always, but just doesn't work for me at all. How about you, Zach? Did you ever see the movie?
No.
Okay.
And if I did, well, maybe I did when I was super young.
Okay.
But
just tuned in. Congrats on the 50th. Thank you so much on the 50th
Thanks.
episode. Also, not sure if you already addressed this. Are we allowed? Yeah. So I answered this in the comments. Just whenever you comment a spoiler, tell us spoiler warning. But it's been 24 hours, so we got to be able to talk about Joe Fletcher. Who do you think the villain is in the Flash? That's a really good question.
It's not reverse, from what I understand.
Yeah,
I don't
know.
like that.
I'm pissed about that.
Yeah.
It's already a mistake to have the first Flash movie be Flashpoint, but then you go the extra step of having a Flashpoint and not having the reverse Flash.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Do you think it's another speedster? Part of me thinks it is.
I hope so. But who is it? It's got to be either Zoom or Savitar or Godspeed. And if you start with Godspeed, really, what else are you going to go after that? You literally go after Godspeed.
I do hope the rumors aren't. I really hope it is Reverse Flash or part of it.
I hope so too.
The only other one I could potentially see showing up in here too is Gorilla Grodd. I could see Gorilla Grodd maybe popping up in one of the worlds he goes into. That's it.
All right. Cass Dan Stevens does Reverse Flash, by the way. John Cena. I can't see him. Unpopular opinion, I prefer to have a standalone Spider-Man film with Tom Holland without any of the MCU tie-ins. An original simple Spider-Man movie on its own would be great. I'm with you. I wanted this third movie to be up until a certain point, you would have to have some kind of MCU tie-in because it's set in the same world. But I would prefer much more a film that's just focused on Spider-Man. But maybe we'll get that in the next movie or the next trilogy or whatever. So here's hoping. Okay, Joe Fletcher, do you think Wanda and Agatha will show up in Spider-Man 3? Wanda, yes. Agatha, no. 100% no. How about you, Zach?
Do you think Agatha dies?
Oh, yeah.
This season.
There's not going to be a second season of WandaVision.
No. But I just mean in general. This is it. For her.
Oh yeah, this is it for her. She's dying next episode. 1,000,000%.
Okay. Same as you.
Yeah.
I'm like 80% sure Wanda shows up in Spider-Man 3. If I'll say this, if she is the actual villain for Doctor Strange 2, I don't think she shows up.
Yeah.
If she isn't, though, I think she'll be with Doctor Strange.
All right. Gico EP, anyone heard the thing about Tom Holland was always Marvel's choice and that Sony didn't believe he could carry a movie on his own, which is why you get the things people complain about Spider-Man. Well, it's working out for them. They're clearly making the money, and Tom Holland is clearly great for the role. So yeah, I guess if that is true, I never heard of that, to be honest. So I'm not saying that isn't true. I'm just saying if it is true, well, Sony ate their words.
Yep.
Newt, you know what's even more surprising? Yeah, Zach just sent me this yesterday. We don't know anything about Doctor Strange 2. There has been no leaks from set, and shooting is almost completed. It's true, but it's also because over here in London, they're shooting in Pinewood, so there's no access to there unless you're a film crew working on a film in one of the lots. So yeah, we haven't seen anything, thankfully, but it makes sense given where they're shooting. Thoughts on the Blade reboot possibly being rated PG-13? Personally, I hate this news. I feel like this is going to be the first biggest mistake that Kevin Feige, Marvel Studios has made. No, it's not going to be a problem. The Blade doesn't need to be rated R. The comics of
Nope.
Blade are not rated R, unless you go to specific lines like Blade Max or Punisher Max or something like that. But generally speaking, he doesn't need to be rated R. He was perfectly good at PG-13 when he showed up.
Generally speaking, Ren, there's only one character I actually believe fully needs to be rated R. And that's the Punisher. The Punisher always has to be rated R. Even Deadpool. A majority of his comics, guys, are PG-13 for the most part. Now, in general, the reason he is still R in this universe is because they've already set a precedence for who Deadpool is. This is a new Blade character. Just because of rating, you can get away with a lot of PG-13 as long as you don't say the F word a lot. And when you slice off a head, there's no blood, or if it is blood, it's like black.
Or for all you know, the blood of the vampire is going to be black or blue or purple. As long as it's not red, you can show it all. You know?
Yeah. So maybe this is a more hardcore film than we expect.
Maybe it's like really on the edge, but it doesn't need to be rated R.
Yeah, it doesn't.
All right, Joe Fletcher. Do you think it will be Emma Stone playing Spider-Gwen? Zach, you were predicting that Spider-Gwen was going to come in. Do you think it's going to be Emma Stone?
Yeah, I mean,
okay,
it has to be.
I unfortunately don't think so. I don't think we will see Spider-Gwen at all. And
I don't think so either. But it's just like a weird theory prediction.
Yeah, because I really want this to happen. I want her to come in and then start a franchise of her own as Spider-Gwen. But unfortunately, I don't see it happening. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I eat my words. And if I do, I'm going to be really happy about it. But yeah. What else? Jacob P feels the same way about Spider-Man 3 than I do. Nomadland was great. I just watched Minari a few days ago. Really good movie too. Love both those movies. Talking about the Avatar, Hizzy Hay says, "Love this news is so funny to me because Nickelodeon fumbled the bag on Avatar by just giving the rights to Netflix for." You're not wrong there. Dude, my cousin and I are huge Avatar The Last Airbender fans, and once I texted his news, he was freaking out. I was freaking out as well. Zach was freaking out as well.
I got on the table at my work and stripped naked for it.
I want to address this one. Here's a twist. Zuko is really the American Dragon Jake Long, which is now streaming on Disney Plus over there in the States. It was just announced.
Thank God. Great show. Until they changed him.
Yeah, they changed the design and it fucking sucks.
For no reason too.
No reason at all. No, it was because it was a new showrunner and he wanted to change the art style, but like completely change the visual of the dragon. It's like he was a buff, badass dragon. Now it's just a lizard with wings. Are we gonna bring back the voice actors from both Avatar and Legends of Korra? I don't see any Legends of Korra characters showing up, but I hope they bring. This is actually something I hadn't even thought about, but I certainly hope they bring back the voice actors. How about you, Zach?
I mean, if they're still alive.
They are, like,
why not? Bosco, you know what I mean?
Dante Bosco, Mae Whitman. I don't know. Mark Hamill voiced the Fire Lord. He's not going to be around. Was it Gray Delisle who voiced Azula? I think it was.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
Do you think the Snyder Cut is the last we see of Henry Cavill Superman? No, because he does have one more cameo, which I think he's going to fulfill. But as far as him being like a full character in a movie, yes, this is goodbye.
But even that cameo, they might be like, never mind.
Yeah, true. Which is a shame. Eric Thorpe, I'm pretty sure the Avatar series is far along, though. We've seen CGI up for it, right? I think that the one thing I've seen was artwork.
Yeah,
like official artwork, but it's still just artwork. But I might be wrong. You might have seen something I haven't seen. But yeah. Zeke Gonzalez and Saldi, good friend of the show. Thoughts on the Superman and Lois premiere? Did you see it, Zach?
I haven't yet, so don't spoil anything if you have, because I want to watch it.
It was all right. I've seen people saying it's the best thing they've seen in the CW. I don't agree. I've seen people saying it's the worst thing they've seen in the CW. I certainly don't agree with that. I liked what I saw. I tweeted about it that Superman's kids are just spoiled brats. They're not the best actors either, but I really like the chemistry between Tyler Oaklin and I'm blanking on the actress who plays Lois.
I
Lane,
love her
forgive
though.
me.
I love her.
Yeah, she.
Did you ever watch Grimm? Did you ever watch Grimm?
No, Liza Tulloch. I believe that's her
Yeah.
name, Liza Tulloch.
She's so good in Grimm. She's
Their
so good.
their chemistry is great. I really like the suit, not the first one that shows up. That suit
I
is
like that.
awful.
Dude,
That
I saw the
suit-
clip of that. It is, but I like the clip. I like that clip. That clip made me want to watch the show.
It's actually one of my least favorite scenes. But if you like that clip, you're going to like the rest of the show that you're going to see. Without spoiling anything, because Zach hasn't seen it, that last scene of the episode, really weird given the context of this show with all the other CW shows. And I'm really afraid of where it might go with this. Not that I have a problem with that person playing that character, but I'm just okay. I'm just thinking, what is actually going on? You know,
What
I have
time
to be
period
really-
is this within the Arrowverse?
I think it's like current time, like
With Supergirl, because he's in the same world as
Yes.
Supergirl, right?
Exactly, because on Crisis on Infinite Earths, they destroy the multiverse and they created one Earth where all the superheroes are. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
That's
the funniest thing.
stupid.
Also, do not start thinking about how old they supposedly are, Superman and Lois, because if you start thinking about how old they are, like when they met, what time they dated, they got married, and then had the kids, and now the kids are like 15, 16. Don't think about it, or your head will melt. Because like they gotta be.
Also, happy
50 years old.
Pokemon Day to everyone. 25
yeah,
years
that's
ago,
true.
Pokemon came out.
Woohoo! What else we got? Let's go to this one of two. Remember when people were saying that after DC fandom that the future of DC seemed more exciting than Marvel? I'm still excited for DC stuff, but man, were those people wrong? Where is it? Here it is. If Wonder Woman 1984 being kind of disappointed, even though I liked it, and WandaVision being an absolutely incredible are any indication. Okay, and that was it. Yeah, I'm with you, man. This future of DC seemed really exciting, and so far it's stumbling. It's stumbling to get there. But here's hoping for the best, even though they just threw away the best thing they had about it.
Thank you, everyone,
Yeah.
for having great conversation as well about Henry Cavill.
For sure. Let's go for more questions. We had a jump. I apologize. Where are we?
SPC Birds was really the next big question.
Okay.
7:55 a.m.
Okay, Newt was asking if you watched Superman and Lois, but nobody wants to watch it, Newt.
I have
what's
to
your
watch
go-
something else though, which Ren already knows what it is.
Yes, you got to watch it.
I think I'm gonna try and shoot to start it tomorrow.
Okay, because season 5 is coming out in the spring. I wanna
There's
watch
no
it
way
in.
I'll catch up. There's no way I'll catch up.
It's only the first season is only 13 episodes. I'm saying you only need to watch the first season, because then I want to review the first season with you. But until the spring, I want to review all the other seasons that I haven't reviewed yet. But SPC Bird, what's your guys' favorite found footage horror film? Ooh,
Grave
you're not gonna like
Encounters is
my
a good
answer.
one.
Grave Encounters, Afflicted, and the Poughkeepsie tapes.
What's yours, Ren?
I am not a fan of found footage. Whenever people ask me, what's your favorite genre? Found footage is not a genre, but for the sake of conversation, if I had to answer one, found footage would be my favorite genre. So firstly, that's my answer. It's not exactly a horror. I guess it counts as a horror movie, but my favorite would be Cloverfield, 100%. The first one.
Okay.
How about you, Zach?
Paranormal Activity 3, Chronicle I kind of include in there, but Cloverfield's also great, but that's it.
Okay. GKWP, I asked this last time, but remember the Stardust app? Yes, never used it. I think we've answered this before. If not you, someone else asked it, but I've never used it. The most interaction I get with Stardust was that they followed me on Twitter. I followed them back, and then they stopped following me. I stopped following them. That's it. Oh, here it comes. News. Have you two been watching Batwoman?
Nope.
In my opinion, season 2 has been infinitely better than its predecessor. Newt wasn't watching last week, probably, when we talked about this. Zach still didn't watch this week's episode because it's been tough, man. It feels like they're going in all these directions that have no idea what they're doing. I'll say this. I like Javisha or Javika Leslie as an actress. The character Ryan is likable enough. It's really the best thing I have to say about the show right now, unfortunately. But again, I haven't watched this latest episode, and I'm not saying I love the first season, I didn't. But it's tough, man. It's being a struggle. I'm very, very, very close to dropping it. So I hope
You've never done that with these fucking shows.
No, I did. I dropped Black Lightning.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Yes, it does. It's set in the same universe. He's set on the same Cavill as Flash.
Nope, not for me.
Okay. Who's watching American Dragon on Jake Long now? It's on Disney Plus. It's been on here for a while. I'm not, because I really don't like that design. That design in the second season really ruins it for me. But it's just a show I'm not prioritizing, but I'm sure I'm gonna give it a rewatch sooner or later. How about you, Zach?
I'm sure I'll watch myself watching it one day.
Alrighty. Newt, you're having a dinner with Snyder and Nolan. They need your help with their movies, but due to scheduling conflicts, you can only choose one. Man of Steel 2 with Snyder. Man of Steel 2 with Snyder. I'm saying, Nolan's my favorite director, but if it's Man of Steel 2 specifically, if you gave me any movie with Snyder or any movie with Nolan, I'm going Nolan. You give me Man of Steel 2 specifically, I'm going Man of Steel 2. How about you, Zach?
I agree with you.
All right. What do you all what do you think the public consensus will be on Snyder? Let's go with the IMDb rating. Will be on Snyder Cut after 2 weeks. I think it's going to be lower. Not much lower, but I think it's going to be on the lower 7 point. Let's go 7.3. So a point below what you predicted. Not that I'm going to vote on IMDb or give any attention to what is being voted on IMDb, but I think it's going to go around the 7 mark. How about you, Zach?
7, probably.
All right. Oh yeah, Zach, prepare yourself for this, because that's pretty much what Tom and Jerry is for the
I'm not watching it.
Ren, without spoiling it, did you notice the one ADR problem with Ken Jeong and Tom and Jerry? It's when we first meet him. No, but I'll go take a look. Because everyone in the movie is dying inside. Okay, let's go with in a recent article for Vanity Fair, Snyder has reshot the ending of Justice League with a hero cameo that will blow hardcore fans' minds. Who do you think that hero is?
I can't say.
Okay, you don't say then. I think it's Jon Stewart, Green Lantern. Whoever is playing him, I don't know. But I think that's him.
I'll say this, Ren. You know who it is.
I do?
Yeah. Okay.
Don't say anything else. John Cena asks, who is the villain in Fantastic Four? Doctor Doom. They got to start with Dr.
Croc.
John Cena also asks, have you guys watched Killing Eve? Jodie Comer.
I can't believe John Cena watches our show.
Yeah, that's
Aren't you
true.
supposed to be filming
the Peacemaker?
Yeah.
He follows me on Twitter, so that's probably why he came onto the chat. Have you guys watched Killing Eve? Jodie Comer is one of the best actresses working today. She won an Emmy too last year. Nope, don't watch it. The show doesn't.
I don't watch a lot of TV, so
yeah. I watch too much TV. That's probably why I don't watch that one, because I gotta be.
I play more video games. than anything.
That's true. By the way, Zach, speaking of video games, Bruna just finished The Last of Us.
Oh my god, what'd she think?
I think she loved it. She got really annoyed because she got into a lot of problems when it comes to passing the levels and killing dudes when she's like overwhelmed. But I think she really loved it.
Is she gonna do 2?
Oh yeah, I just need to get to over here because it's back in Portugal.
If she has issues with it, there's a lot of different things you can change within the difficulty to make it a lot easier. So I think that will help her. So because 2, I think 2 is a harder fucking game.
Oh, 100%.
So just let her know. But Bruna, I want you to come on the show and talk about it just for like a couple minutes.
Hopefully she's still watching, but I'll let her know if she isn't. All right, let's go with GKOP. Yesterday's episode of WandaVision was so good. Arguably the best episode of the series. Do you guys think Elizabeth Olsen should get at least nominated at an Emmy, depending on the competition? Should? Yes. Yes, she should.
Can I say this? I actually think she will.
Okay, I hope
Mandalorian's getting nominated.
Not for acting.
Giancarlo Esposito got nominated.
He did?
Guest. Yes, for guest starring.
Oh,
not for this season, but the first season. The second season, not yet, because they didn't push him. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm saying Disney knows how to push.
Oh, for sure.
It's just Mando, they didn't have anyone to push for best actor or best, you know what I mean? And it's kind of hard. How do you do Pedro's? Because it's mostly voice and he's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where with Elizabeth, she's the main character. I actually think she will get nominated. Will she win? Probably not. But I think WandaVision actually has a chance of winning Best Drama.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully so. Do you guys think that Luke Skywalker cameo Paul Bettany was talking about?
Real fast, it'll be under miniseries, so that'll be a way easier competition.
That's true. Do you guys think that Luke Skywalker cameo Paul Bettany was talking about was just a big tease at the end of the last episode? No, I don't think so. Not at all. Because
I think it is. It is. Yep, I think it is.
No.
Yep.
No, because that's him.
That's the point.
No.
I think it's a fucking tease.
That's just trolling. 102 by Eric Thorpe. Okay, so I guess we're talking spoilers now. So spoiler warning. I actually think Agatha being the only villain in WandaVision is quite fitting since it's Wanda's first solo adventure. Since she is the dark version of Wanda, basically it's quite in line with most MCU first solo films. You got a point there because in the context of yesterday's episode, this is very much a Scarlet Witch origin story. However, the only thing why it doesn't add up, it's because I talked about this in my Ultron theory video, and it's not because of we don't know yet if Ultron's going to be it, but let's say he's not going to be mad or disappointed because I wasn't right. It's just that if you go by the rules of the screenplay and when you write a story, everything you present in your story has to matter. So all the name drops of Ultron constantly, they have to matter somewhat. So my prediction is still, at this point, I don't think Hayward is Ultron, but I still think Ultron will be manifesting in White Vision's body, and Wanda will have to destroy the body herself. So I still think there's a chance of him showing up.
Can I say this? I don't look at Agatha as a villain. I think she has villainous characteristics to her. For me, about WandaVision, there really is no... Right now, I don't feel like there is a set-in-stone villain. It depends on where you look at it. Wanda, in a sense, can kind of be looked at as the villain.
She's going to be the villain in Doctor Strange too.
Yeah, but that's my thing. I just think when she fell after seeing what V wrote, I'm about to fucking cry again, man.
Yeah.
She can't control her powers. I mean, and I think Agatha, she's, villainous. Maybe she's working for someone. I don't think so. I think Mephisto Nightmare, that's not a thing anymore. But I'm heavily... I don't look at Agatha as a villain. I look at her as a manipulated piece of shit.
Which to me makes a villain. I think especially after yesterday's episode, like, you got to use your powers like the witch you are, not to clean dishes and raise a family. I think... More than even before, I think now I certainly see her as a villain, actually.
I need to see how the next episode plays out.
All right. The protagonist: Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, X-Men, Toy Story. I haven't watched any. Which one first? Also, we live in a twilight world, and there are no friends at dusk. See you at the beginning. See you at the beginning, my friend. Star Wars. You start with
Toy
Star
Story.
Wars.
Toy
You
Story.
start with Star Wars, my friend.
Nah, Toy
100%
Story.
Star Wars.
Toy
No,
Story.
no, you're gonna be disappointed at the end of either of those. So,
Shut the fuck up.
I knew that one would get to you.
Shut the fuck up.
You're gonna be more disappointed with Star Wars. Way more disappointed with Star Wars. I'll say that. But yes, do start with Star Wars because it's the greatest saga ever told.
Just watch the original trilogy. Then watch Lord of the Rings trilogy. Then X-Men, honestly, just watch Logan. And then watch Toy Story.
Okay. We had to jump, and I saw that Bruno was watching when we invited her on. So
She said she's down. I saw that.
yeah. One thing I love about the casting in the MCU, you can tell the actors love playing these roles and is just acting stoic and saying quippy lines a lot of the time for a paycheck. 100%. Do you guys agree? 100%. Yes.
That's why they keep coming back.
This is resonant material that has layers and has gravitas and has humanity in it. Like the scene yesterday where Vision is sitting next to Wanda. And again, spoilers for WandaVision. The scene where Vision is sitting next to Wanda and they're talking about grief, which is what this show is about. And he says, "What is grief if not love persevering?" I don't ever want to hear anybody say that this type of material, that superhero stuff, is soulless and doesn't have meaning or anything behind it. How do you not relate to that? How do you not relate WandaVision, which is the wackiest thing they have done? How do you find a human being who does not relate to that on some level? You know? So yes, I completely agree. You too, Zach, I assume?
Yeah, I agree, man.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Where am I? I'm still trying to get caught up in the Arrowverse and the non-Arrowverse live-action DC shows. Some are better than others, but they are all varying degrees of painful, in my opinion, not counting Watchmen. I disagree when it comes to, like, when Legends of Tomorrow is good, I think it's really good, but I understand that it doesn't work for a lot of people. Arrow and Flashman, apart from season 4 of both shows, I think they're excellent television, man. Gotta disagree there, my friend. Can you suggest a good movie to watch? Looking for a thriller. Seen all of Nolan, Fincher, Villeneuve's movies. Also watched Shutter Island. Going to this one blind. Predestination.
Don't say it. I still have not seen that film.
That's all I'm going to say. You don't need to watch anything about that film. Anyone in the chat who has seen it, don't say anything. The protagonist, you go in blind for Predestination.
All I know is what's his face is in it.
Ethan Hawke is the main actor in it. That's it.
It's streaming for free on the Roku channel.
Ooh, yeah. All right, Zach. Next question is exciting. Because of the new Pokemon announcements, are you excited for the new games? Yes. Specifically the remakes of Diamond and Pearl. What's your favorite generation of Pokemon? Easily number 3. The 3rd generation is the best. It has the best Pokemon overall. It has the best group of starters because I love all 3 of them. It has the best legendary Pokemon, specifically Rayquaza. Love everything, literally everything about Gen 3. How about you, Zach?
So nostalgic wise, Generation 2 is my favorite because that's what I grew up on. I put so many hours into Silver, Soul Silver, Heart Gold.
Yeah.
Lugia is my favorite legendary Pokemon ever. But when it comes to generation, like my favorite generation, it might be 4. It might be 4.
Okay.
But it's hard for me because I go between 4, 1, and 2. And then I like 3 too. I like 3. Don't get me wrong. I just always felt that game started so fucking slow. And it really didn't pick up till like the midway point for me. But I love the starters. I love the start. Usually the generations count for whatever starters there is. If I really like the starter, like so. And 3, I love the starters. But like, who is your starter for 3?
Torchic. Blaziken is my favorite Pokemon of all time.
I love Blaziken.
Like I have a 3-way
wait. For the first 4, who are your number 1, who is your what generation?
Oh, in Generation One, I gotta go cliche. Gotta go Charmander.
Okay. I
Number
was either him or Squirtle. It was always tough.
For me, it was either him or Bulbasaur, but I love
Okay.
Squirtle too. So
Okay, number two.
for number two, I don't particularly like any of them, but I'm going Totodile.
Okay. See,
Number
mine
three,
was Totodile. Me too.
okay,
3,
uh,
Torchic.
Torchic, but I love them all. I love Trico. I love
Trico.
Mudkip.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, Torchic.
4.
4, I'm going Chimchar. I'm going Chimchar.
Okay.
on
That's
4.
who mine is too.
Okay. Because it's either Chimchar or Turtwig.
Okay. Same.
But yeah, because like I have a 3-way tie for all-time favorite Pokemon, and then Lucario comes in at number 2. But my 3-way tie, it's Blaziken, it's Entei, and it's Rayquaza. I can't decide. I know it's unfair, but I
See,
can't
my number
decide
one's
between those.
Gengar. I've always loved Gengar.
Oh, really? I love
Yeah,
Gengar.
I
He's
love
probably
Gengar.
it's probably my favorite ghost type. All right, GKOP, do you guys think people's theories for a particular show and movie might sway their opinion? Some people, yes, and it's unfair, but I also believe it's only natural. People are all only human; they attach themselves to something, and yeah.
What do you say? We take 5 more good ones.
Okay, let's go with 5 more good questions. Let's take this one. And after this one, 4 more. So ask really good questions, everyone. What would be your response when you criticize a movie geared towards kids and they say, come on, you're being too harsh. It's just for kids. It wasn't made for you. A movie for kids doesn't mean it has to be brainless. Every single Pixar movie is made for kids. And yes, they did Cars, but Inside Out is made for kids. They take a lot away from that film. They grow up with that film and learn very important lessons that will hit them differently when they're older. It's not, not every movie can be good, but why don't you try to make it good? What are kids? I know it's the easy punch bag to hit right now, but what are kids going to take away from Tom and Jerry? I can't spoil anything for Zach, but the protagonist in that film isn't really the most morally correct
she's a piece
protagonist.
Of shit. Yeah, she's a piece of shit from what I've heard.
Dude, it's like I realized as we're like 20 minutes away from the end of the film, like I don't know who this person is, like at all. Because basically, without spoiling, she lies about who she is from the very beginning. That's your first contact with her. And then until the end of the film, I'm like, wait, who is she? Like, really? Behind the facade, who is she? So yeah. You can make a movie for kids that is good. The movie is not shit because it's made for kids.
The best type of family films are the ones that kids can enjoy and so can adults.
Yes.
That's why Pixar kills it every
family
time.
Films. Yeah, except in Cars.
And that's my thing. Yes, some movies are made just for kids, but it doesn't mean it's a good movie.
Yeah.
So my response to that is I would comment someone and tell them fuck you.
All right. What else we got? Come on, good questions. Let's go for really good questions. Guys,
come on,
because I don't want to just go pick GKOP because it's unfair to the rest of you. But he's asking really good questions. Come on, guys. Last 4 questions. Ask away. Okay, let's take this one. The protagonist. Should Bran have gotten the Iron Throne after all? Yes. In the context of the show, the way they explained it, it made the most sense for Bran to get the throne out of all the characters that were left. How about
honestly,
you, Zach?
Every sort of story decision they made absolutely made sense. It just was rushed. That's it. Yes. Everything. Yeah. Khaleesi being a bitch at the end absolutely makes sense. Jon Snow makes sense. Everything makes sense.
Okay. Let's go with Hizzy Hay. What is a remake that you would personally make if given a blank check? That's a great question. What's a remake that I would make? Like I would like to make that remake. Not even just someone else making it. That's a great question. It's
That is.
tough.
Thank you.
It's tough. Do you have any idea? Anything comes to mind for you, Zach?
Any movie.
Bro.
Any movie, man. Damn.
I'm
I'm like looking around.
Okay,
you
I'm
gotta
gonna
go first.
I'm
man.
gonna go John Carter
Oh, good one. That's a good
because that
one.
movie is awesome, but they're clearly not doing any more. So I want to pick it up from the start and just John Carter is so good, guys. John Carter is so good.
Can I make a sequel to something?
Sure.
Honestly, you ever see that movie Legion? Actually, give me a second.
Yes, and
I want to remake
show.
Legion.
There's
I want to remake Legion.
Very
Legion.
I really
There's
like that
three
movie.
I would do. I'd do Legion. I would do Daybreakers with Ethan Hawke.
Daybreakers is really good.
Or I would, because I think there's more to the Underworld.
Oh, okay. Why not remake Underworld? Because it had a lot of sequels, so you might as well start from scratch.
Yeah, so I would remake all of those.
All right. Legion is really good. I actually really like that. Okay, Zach Pope, whoever he is, asks a question. Ren, where would you want Margot Robbie to show up more, Star Wars or live-action Treasure Planet? I gotta say live-action Treasure Planet, because ideally I am directing that one, so yeah. All right, let's go for this last question from the protagonist. One director actor pair you would love to see working. Easy. I know it's gonna be two white guys, but Christopher Nolan directing Ryan Gosling.
Hey, can't get much better than that.
No. Do you have any others?
I have one.
Okay.
I want to see Tom Holland in a Scorsese film.
Ooh, okay. Cool.
I'm waiting for Tom Holland to get that director. You know what I mean? Like a Denis, a Nolan, a Scorsese, a Wes Anderson. Yeah. I think he'd fucking kill it in a Wes Anderson movie. That's what I'm waiting for. And then Bruna,
yeah, I was going to say we're actually going to take one more question because this is important. Just as a reminder, do you guys watch? Oh no, this was the wrong one. Sorry, GKWP.
But no, I don't watch it.
No. Are you changing your schedule on the podcast, or is this a one-time thing? So, Zach is gonna have Saturdays and Sundays off with his new job. So we're thinking this upcoming week we're gonna have it one more time on Thursday because we already have a guest scheduled.
Mm-hmm.
But then we also agreed, I believe, Zach, that we were going to do a little show on
Sunday.
On Sunday, on my birthday. Yeah. We're not going to do like topics. Let's just have a Q&A with people. Yeah, ask me anything. But then we're guessing, and we'll announce it on either the Thursday show or on my birthday, but we'll probably change it to Saturday from now on, or even Sunday maybe.
Plus it helps because then we have all the movie news. We have all the movie news and stuff.
Because nothing is going to be out on the weekend.
Because every fucking time we do this show, so like today, honestly, I know what's going to happen. Today's Saturday. Never mind.
Exactly. But all right.
Watch. They drop the Eternals teaser.
Yeah. But that is it for today's show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching, for all the awesome conversations you have on the chat, for joining us, for all the questions. Reminder that our movie for the movie club this week is Legend of Guardians, Owls of Ga'Hoole. Later today, I will have my early review of the first 3 episodes of Pacific Rim: The Black, which is coming out on Netflix on March 4th. And I will be... Sorry, Zach. I will be on Almost Sideways Star Wars show ranking on a kind of March Madness tournament of the best Star Wars heroes and villains. So come around for that. And I still, of course, have my review of Tom and Jerry coming as well later today. Zach, how about you? What do you have coming up, and where can people find you?
You guys can find me on YouTube at Zach Pope Review. I don't know why I get so nervous on this part. You guys can find me on Zach Pope Reviews. I just posted an interview with one of the small actors from Willy's Wonderland. Got some cool little tidbits from there, and he was a good overall guy. I also was going to review Tom and Jerry, but decided fuck that, not going to watch it. Probably will later on, just I really can't.
He'll
People
just
ask why I always do, like, why I always give good reviews. The thing is, like, if I hear a movie shit and I didn't get a screener for it, I'm probably not going to review it, because then my expectations are already tempered, and then I'm already going in with that. Where, like, Chaos Walking, I know nothing about, I know nothing that anyone's seen it on, and I'm going to see it on Tuesday, and I'm excited because I know nothing about it. It could be shit, it could be great, and I can't wait to watch it. So,
all right.
yeah.
And so you can find all our links in the description. Stay tuned. And again, guys, my birthday is a week from tomorrow. So if you want to help me get to 3,000 subscribers, just share the channel around, subscribe if you haven't. Eric Thorpe, congratulations again for 50 episodes. Thank you so much. 50 episodes, everyone. Like, we actually shoot the next week, because on March 6th, so a week from today, is actually going to be the 1-year anniversary. So you know what? It's official. We're going to do the 1-year anniversary show on Sunday on my birthday. Zach, thank you once more for joining me. Everyone, thank you for being here. We'll see you on Thursday. And until then, love each other
and love the movies,
movies.
especially Margot Robbie.